Alright guys, this is literally take 4 of this because, you know what? Don't care. Leaving it in. I'm not doing a take 5. This is literally take 4 of trying to shoot this freaking February Patreon giveaway. Oh my goodness. Alright. This is the Uncharted Supply Company 72 bag, previously reviewed at the YouTube channel. It's not excellent, but it's pretty good for what it is. It's not excellent, but it's pretty good. So I put everything that I thought it should have together in a box over here, and I'm going to give you this in addition with everything that I think it should have on top of what's already in it, with one caveat: it needs better commo. It has a decent little handheld crank flashlight radio thing, but no commo. I intended to get some bow fangs to go with this. I have not. Just haven't made it there yet. So I would encourage you to get a bow fang or two. Radios work better in pairs. Also, and I was trying to wrap my head around this, how would I program your frequencies for your area into your radio, not knowing where you were? So get a bow fang, stick it in this kit. Like 25 bucks. The ones I get are usually like the $38 package with the spare batteries and the charger and the car charger and the improved antenna and the programming cable and then this and that. It's like 38 bucks. It's worth doing. So other than that, I've added everything that I thought that this kit should have for a bespoke gray man bag. But if you don't use it as that, this would be a great bag, a pre-made kit to give to your, maybe your spouse who's not into preparedness, or your, daughter who's at college, first year college, or keep in the back of your nice car when you go to the nice office to do the nice things with the nice people at. It doesn't stick out. I mean, it's completely non-militaristic. I mean, look at this. Like, here's this, right? Yeah, just imagine this is a rucksack or a backpack, right? Versus this. Like, this looks like nothing. And I forget the dry weight. I think it was 13 pounds. It'll be closer to 20 by the time we get done with it, and you add water to it, which you should add water to it. But anyway, that's what we're doing this month at Patreon. Is we are giving away this bag and all of the upgrades. So usually we do it in reverse, where I get all the names and then we have a big reveal as what's in the box. Not this month. I'm going to show you what it is. So, and we'll see what happens next month. Maybe we'll revert back, maybe we won't. So, but if you want to see what's in the bag from jump, go watch the YouTube review, the 72-hour bag. It's like a long review, and we were critical of it where it needed to be criticized. So, anyway, shut up, T. Roger that. All right, guys. So the first place that this was lacking was fire making. I believe there's a ferro rod in here with a pretty cheap knife. So there's a Bic lighter. It says it comes with a lighter. There wasn't one in there. There's another Bic lighter. It's not a super ultra high speed tactical clipper lighter like the one that brother Daniel gave me down in Florida, but it is a Bic lighter, and they both work and do the things. So 2 Bic lighters. This is InstaFire Fire Starter Military Grade. I don't know what it is. It's $1 at Walmart. I was like, you know what? We'll try it out. If it sucks, you're welcome. I don't know. But 1/8 of a cup will burn for 5 to 7 minutes. It will burn even wet wood. Roger that. Pray you never have to make a fire with wet wood. So there's that. And here's a couple of little tinder bricks. These, I forget what they're called, but Richard Wells gave me a box of these at an APN event several months ago, and I like them, so I bought some more. They have them at Walmart. They're just like fire starter, and you'll light the corner of this with your lighter and fire. Now, is this like, Daniel's probably cringing right now. It's like, no, you need to make a friction fire, and step one is you need to find the perfectly shaped willow branch. But yes, that'll work, but remember, we're giving this to, you know, our college-age daughter who's away from home for the first time, or, you know, maybe our mother-in-law, or our buddy from the office who, you know, we play racquetball with and who we love, but he's clueless about the preparedness things. So, Occam's razor, man. The shortest the distance from where we are to where we want to be, it's much easier to say, take your lighter, light the corner of this tinder brick, make fire. So that's the concept behind the fire making here. Okay, so we're adding that to the already existing fire kit that was in here, which is basically a ferro rod. Nothing against ferro rod, but not enough. So there's a decent flashlight in here. It's not great, but it's, you know, like kind of like a J5 tactical-ish flashlight in here, as well as a hand crank radio flashlight. Well, I found this. It's a little micro clip-on LED. You clip it onto the brim of your hat, which you should be wearing a hat, because how could you possibly operate without one, right? Or if you had to, you could clip it to your pocket as well. And the reason you want some kind of headlamp, and this is, it doesn't throw a lot of light, man. It's only 15 lumens, but it'll help you work with your hands free. That's one of the downsides to a flashlight, is you have to have one hand tied up. So this, and it's tiny. Look at this little tiny thing. Plus, if it sucks, hey, didn't cost you much at all, did it? So, I don't remember if there was cordage in here. I think there was some, but here's a 100-foot hank of paracord. Just, you know, suggested applications: camping, hunting, shoelaces, tarp ridgelines, survival kits, and bracelets. So if you wanted to make a survival bracelet for you and, you know, your BFF, you guys could exchange, you know, survival bracelets, and it'll be cool. You'll have a moment. Now you have 100 foot of moment making capability with your survival bracelet paracord. We'll put it right here, front and center, because, you know, sentimental reasons. This thing sucks. Go away. We don't need a tag. We know what it is. All right, so little compass. Is it the best compass? No. Will it work? Yes. Just a little map compass. This is from Walmart. These are like $6 at Walmart or so, and it's better than nothing. This is a map compass. Okay, you lay this flat on top of a map, and it does have an adjustable bezel, which is good. You want an adjustable bezel. So, well, it really, what this would probably be used for is like general, you know, general land nav, like real rough establishment of waypoints, but whatever. So anyway, here's a compass. This kit has a decent amount of water carrying capacity. If I remember correctly, it's a gallon. However, the issue with this, and it does have a Sawyer Mini in it, which is great, but what if you just don't have time? Okay, dunk your water and go. So here's some water purification tablets to go with that as well. And then, you guys know me, I like steel water bottles. So we're going to add in one of these as well. Remember to do something about that. And this is previously reviewed at the channel. I think we've given away at least one of these already. And this is the Stanley. It's got all your directions here about how to properly stay hydrated in every language. Imagine. Look at this. Care and use. Uso y cuidado. Entreen et utilización. Fleghe und gebroche. Manatucause y tlatsacozo. Uso y policia. Unterhund und gebruche. Like, it's every possible language about what in the world. How many directions do you need? It's a metal cup, and inside the metal cup are two plastic cups. See? Cool. And the nice thing about this is it is graduated. So if you have any pre-cooked meals or something, or not pre-cooked meals, but meals to add hot water to or instant coffee or whatever, you have this. And I like this because you can put it, it's single wall, so you can put it over fire, put it over heat, and heat some water up if you absolutely have to boil water to purify, or you just want some hot water, or you're making coffee or instant rice or whatever. So there's that. Stay. Now, this had a calorie bar in it, the 2,400 calorie bar, and that's cool, right? It's not enough. It's not enough, especially for a 72-hour kit. So this is an MRE. Yeah, it's a reduced sodium. Dude, you're going to die in the blood. Whatever, dude. Just chill, man. Spaghetti with meat sauce. So I'm going to break this down, actually, and field strip it so it takes up about half this amount of space. We'll put it right over here. No, we won't, because the thing doesn't want to do things. And, yeah, you know, listen, man, I'm sorry also that it's dark, but I'm in the bunker because it's literal mayhem in my house, which is why we're on take 4 right now. So, moving on. The knife that came in this kit is cheesy as hell. It's not good. It's not good at all. Way less than ideal. So, you guys know, my standard go-to for a knife is the Moraknife Companion, okay? And this is an ever-fashionable OD green. And it looks like the blade is blackish, but it's not. It's just dark in here. So, although that would be a cool coloration, if you ask me. But I'm colorblind. You know, the green knife with the black handle. Or, you know, the words. Green handle, black blade, fabulous. So, for, you know, our noobs out there, our newbies, hey, what knife should I get? This is a great place to start. It's $15, and they're just phenomenal. I mean, I have one on my, here's mine, like right now. Good to go. Like, it's on my person right now. So, there is a decent knife rather than the crap knife that they sent with it. And then if you're going to carry a knife, you need a sharpening stone. Just cause, you know, it's like love and marriage. Love and marriage goes together like a horse and carriage. This, I'll tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. So, go away, MRE. Please don't fall on the floor. It'd be par for the course for today. And then lastly, the medical on this kit was less than ideal. Decent boo-boo kit, but no tourniquet. And I was looking around. I was under the impression that I had more tourniquets and Israeli dressings than I do. So I do have an order put in for more tourniquets and Israeli dressings. But in the meantime, I'm going to give you one of my belt kits. So this is the Condor flashbang pouch. And then in this pouch, there's a review on this, is a set of shears, a cat tourniquet, and a 14 gauge needle for needle decompression. I know the words. Tension pneumothorax. There we go. So, and if you don't know how to use this, don't go sticking around. Like, don't pierce your friend's ears with this, okay? But there's a set of shears, which shears are always good to have, and a cat tourniquet, which is pretty straight up. You can watch a YouTube video or two and play with it and have an idea of how it works. But as always, get training. So this does not make you a medical professional. It just means that you have some tools that you didn't have before. So the next thing that I'm going to do is get all this stuff into there in such a way that it makes sense that it's in there. And yeah, we'll see what happens. But I feel like if you add a radio, whoa, son, whoa. I feel like if you add a radio to this, you have some real capabilities as far as getting out of a bind, getting out of a bad place into a good place. Because the thought process behind this bag was really good, but they did price point a lot of things to try and keep it competitive and make a buck on it. And I don't blame them for that at all. But I see no reason on my end to not throw another $100-ish at it to make it a real good bag. The type of bag that I would hand my daughter and say, here you go, babe, love you, keep it between the lines. So stand by. All right, I'm going to pause the time lapse for just a hot minute because I tell people to buy this knife because it's a great knife, brand new out of the box. Literally, here's the box it came out of, never sharpened before by me. Watch. Can you see the fur? I know the lighting's horrendous, but look, there's bare fur on the knife. It shaves right out of box. Brand new, these shave. See the bald spot? They shave right out of box. So for $15, you just can't beat it. All right, patrons. I think this thing is much more squared away now than it was. I do think you should add some decent commo to it, and we've talked about that. You know, my pace plan, which is now live on YouTube. Primary, alternate, contingency, emergency. Primary is the cell phone, man. Throw a cell phone charger in here, good to go. Alternate, Baofeng, contingency, I don't know. I mean, calling card or something. I don't, dude, freaking phone booths even exist anymore? Are there landlines? My eldest daughter at our house in Texas was like, what's that thing on the wall? Like, baby, that's where you hang the phone. She's like, why would you hang a phone there? She's thinking of iPhones, right? Like, why would you hook a phone onto a wall and plug it into a jack, right? I don't even know if they're real anymore. But some way to reach out to the outside world, a signal mirror, you know, something might be good to have in here. But all in all, good to go. You know, we'll do this live. We'll take it over and put it on we'll hang it on the scale and see what it weighs without water. Now, it has the, it has a 48-ounce water bottle in it, so that's 1.5 quarts. What's it scaling at right there? 16 pounds. Scaling at 16 pounds. Oh, by the way, yeah, that's food stored up. Cause food is power. So right now it's scaling at 16 pounds. You add 3 pounds for water and a radio, so you're at 20 pounds. So that's totally doable. Here, turn around. That's totally doable for, I mean, all of America that should be doable for. That's doable for my 10-year-old son. In fact, the best ruck time I've ever had on property I did with my 10-year-old son with a pack that weighs more than this. So scales at 16 right now. You fill this water bottle, that'll be another 3 pounds is 19. Throw a little radio in there. Good to go, man. So 20 pounds. But I would think about comms. It's the only area here I'm not terribly comfortable with. So, but we'll run down the 10Cs real quick, and then we'll call it an evening because you guys have stuff to do. I have dinner to eat, probably, you know, kids to yell at or something. I got to do the dad things. Just been slammed, truthfully, since Florida, man. Slammed in my calendar and slammed in my heart and just slammed. Already planning a return trip, but it's neither here nor there. So let's run down the C's, right? Does it have cover? Yes. There's a tent, there's gloves, there's a hat, there's emergency mylar blankets. Does it have a cutting tool? Yes, now it has 2. Actually 3, because there's a little tiny multi-tool in there that kind of sucks. There's a knife that came with it that sucks, and a Mora for sure. Does it have cordage? Yes, there was some paracord in there. Well, we added another 100 foot, so I think there's 150 foot of cordage in there now for sure. Does it have combustion? It does now. You got that ferro rod, you got 2 lighters, you got that fire in a sack and 2 tinder bricks. Container, yeah. it had a gallon carrying capacity of water already, so that's very impressive. Then we added that little Stanley 24-ounce cook pot, so with 2 cups in it as well. So definitely have container, and to go along with container, we have a water filter, the Sawyer Mini, which is my go-to secondary water filter. Is it as good as a Katie Don Hiker Pro? No. Or the Micro? No. Or the Vario? No. Or what about the MSR? No, it's not that good. It's not. But it'll do all the things. 99.9999999%. It'll get viruses out. And for $20, yeah. So it does have that. And we have water treatment tabs now. And we have a pot that we can purify water in now. So that's good stuff, right? So those are your basic 5 C's. What about the T's next 10 C's? 5 Mo. It does not have combat. That's not what this is for. Somebody just tried to call me. This does not have combat. That's not what this is for. But if you had your EDC on, you'd have an element of that for sure, which you should have your EDC on all the time, which is why it's called the EDC, the Everyday Carries, right? So it doesn't have combat. It doesn't have commo. We talked about that quite a bit. Add a cell phone charger to this for your primary and figure out what kind of radio you're going to stick in there. Now, it does have the handheld radio for sure. The problem with that is it allows you to receive, but it doesn't allow you to transmit. So you can stay abreast of your weather situation, news, propaganda, the whole 9, but you can't transmit out. So that's a big deal. Candle. Yeah, it's got candle, man. It's got that that little flashlight. It's got that headlamp, and it's got that cranky, handy radio-y thingy. It's got compass. We fixed that. You should add some maps to it for sure. USGS.gov. I don't run the website. I know it's archaic. Sorry, bro. But get some topo maps for sure. Of your area of operations or whatever, right? I like the combo map. I've said that, which is satellite image with roads overlaid plus topo lines. So, and then, yeah, compass, candle, combat, calories. We added calories, right? Because it was short on calories. So, yeah. And then conditioning. Can you carry 20 pounds? You ought to be able to. So, it's a good kit. It's a good kit. I feel much better about it now. I would be quite comfortable handing this to somebody and saying, here you go, don't die. Much more so now than I was after first unboxing it. But we said that in the initial review. Good thought process. It's a $350 bag. It's probably got $250 worth of contents and stuff in it. So they make a bill, right? They make a bill every time they sell one of these. I don't begrudge them that one bit. But I added another bill to it to make it worth having, says me. Definitely a kit that you could press into service if you had to. I like it because, hey man, nobody's going to think twice when they see this thing. But the only way it could have gone more gray, man, was if they didn't put the Uncharted Supply Company just silk screened right onto the bag. But I think you'll be well served with it. And hey man, if it's not your gig, give it to somebody, man. Give it to somebody and just say, hey, listen, man, you know, I love you. I'm worried about you. Here you go, Mom. Take this bag. Put it in your car. And then let's schedule a weekend so we can go learn how to use this stuff, not just have it. Or, you know, Steven from The Office or, you know, whatever, your daughter who's going to college for, you know, away from home for the first time or something. So, and if not this kit, then one like it. Please and thank you. We do a bad job. I'm not going to speak for you. I do a bad job oftentimes of thinking about all the people out there that really could use my help. Right? Because it's a game of resources, the biggest of which probably being time, not money. So we should all get outside of our own heads a little bit and think about how can we help the guy next door or the people across the street or, you know, the people in Panama City, Florida, or whatever. GoFundMe.com/Gilbert's Op Fund /Welcome Home Mr. Dennis. Welcome-home-Mr-Dennis. So thank you guys for playing along in the home game. Couldn't do it without you guys. Patreon is legitimately tremendous. You should, believe me, because have you seen Melania? She's gorgeous. In Mexico, I hate to tell you this, but Mexico did pay for that. So, shalom.